Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a T69. It's a Tier 8 American medium tank, and we're located on the east spawn of the Mannerheim Line, used to be known as Arctic region, and the commander of this vehicle is the GnomeRanger of Philo. And battle has commenced. And looks like he's headed off to the north. Expect to see the Katyushas. There's the crashing ME-109. And here comes the Katyusha rockets. Well, what can I tell you about the T69? Well, it's actually very similar to the AMX 1390. It has a 90mm gun, 4 shots in the magazine. It's got a fairly short reload. It's not a hugely long reload. But it's actually quite a good tank because it's got rounded armour, and that helps to deflect a lot of shots. It's a bit slower than the AMX 1390, but don't let that fool you. It's got more hit points, so it's got more to play with, and it's a pretty good tank actually. Right, well, nobody's turned up yet from the enemy team, and GnomeRanger's making his way over. He's got a couple of tanks per company, a T71 and an A44, but they've seemed to have gone out for lookout, and a Tiger 1 is turning up. So GnomeRanger's moving forward. He's going to get a shot at him. Oh, he's behind the ridgeline. He's coming up the other side. Now you can actually do that now on this map with the adjustments. First round in. Second round in. Oh, took a hit. Third round bounced, I think, and that one did go in, and he bounced the last round from the Tiger, but he's taken most of the hit points of that Tiger now. He's down to 50%, and the Tiger has taken an Arty round as well, or at least it was a near miss. Stunned him. Okay, looks like he's pulled back behind the rock for cover, and the reload is over. It's 25.31 seconds with a 2-second intra-clip reload, and that's pretty good because that means he can pump the shells out very quickly, a bit like the Lorraine 40T. Okay, looks like the A44 is going one side, he's going to go the other with the T71. They barged him out the way, but he gets the first shot into the Tiger and he finishes him off, and he's only got 2 rounds left in the magazine, so he probably wants to pop a reload. Oh, it's Arty round from the enemy. Yep, he's popping a reload. He's going to go round. There's Catheril. He's also in the same team. That's Imsy's other half. And he's also been platooned with an Arty. And that Arty is over the other side of the map. And that's Benjamin Frankham. Okay, there's an 87 and Oni. The 87 looks to be a little further away at the moment. Just worried what he might find when he goes over these ridge lines. He's doing some fairly good spotting for his team as well. Oh, T29, Tier 7 American Heavy, and he's wiped out, taken out by the A44. But there is a T34 100 up there, and he's only got 2 rounds in the magazine at the moment. It would be best to pop a reload, but that T34 could come down at any moment. So he's taken up a defensive position in the pass. The T34 comes down, he suffers a hit, fires another round in, but he's going to have to pull back now because he's only got he's reloading. And I suspect that T34 thinks that he's still got those other 2 rounds, and that's why he's not following. He's probably worried about getting hit by those last 2 rounds, and he's just been hit by the Arty. So GnomeRanger's picked up some spotting damage, and another round from the Arty. He's loaded, and he finishes off the T34 100. Now, unfortunately, they lost the A44 there. He was taken up by the enemy S51. And there's a spit round there, and I think there's a couple of Udes somewhere around here. He's been spotted. Somebody saw him. Okay, needs to get back into cover. Oh, it was the Udes who saw him. Ouch. That hurt. That went right into his side. He fires another round in, gets around into the UDES. There's another UDES directly ahead of him, but he's only got one round left, so he might have to pop a reload. Or is he going to hold off and fire this one? There's the other UDES. Oh, he just bounced that one for 390. Well, he's fired that round, so he has to reload now. And there's that SPIC. Oh, ouch! That went into the rear. That was the SPIC. 238. He's backing up, trying to get under cover of that ridgeline, so he's out of the SPIC's way. The SPIC's fairly close though, and it looks like the SPIC is headed this way actually. And he's gone into the dip. That's going to force the SPIC to engage in the dip if he's going to try and shoot at the T69. And the reload's now finished, so he's got 4 shells to fire, but his gun's damaged. He's got a repair kit, so he can use it, but I think he's more keeping that in reserve. No, he's definitely used it. And you can see that the round from the UDES went right through the side of the turret. I think that was the one. It may have been the one through the turret. I know that the SPIC fired a heat round at him, but that appeared to hit the rear. Or was it maybe the UDES was a small hole in the side of the hull, and the SPIC was the hole in the side of the turret. But anyway, the SPIC's tried again and bounced around this time. That shows that the armour, the rounded armour, does have a great deal of protection. And more Arty rounds are going in on the SPIC, and they finished him off. And in fact, actually, it was Benjamin Flankham, his platoon mate, who managed to get the kill on the SPIC. Okay, he's stopped for a second to get his attention and to think about what he's going to do next. And there's an ELC Evan. Now he's going around the north end, probably after the Arty. And he can get a shot at this range. It's very difficult. Lines up the shot. He fires a round up, but the Arty, the S51, takes the kill. Splashes him to death. There's UDES! Oh my god, he's coming down the cliff. And he's rolled! He's rolled it! He's rolled the UDES! Gets the first round in. Second one in. And the UDES is finished off, this time by the GW Panther. As we see another volley of Katyusha rockets goes in. Right, the enemy's now down to 3 Artys. Ouch! And that was one of them, the Lorraine 15551. And I think that tells us where the Lorraine is. He is down to the south. Yep, in fact, actually, he's just marked on the map. He thinks that Arty is in K5. So he's telling his own Arty, focus on that area. Look for the tracer. Right, there's a UDES and 3 Artys. He's popped his reload. But unfortunately he's down to 279 hit points now. 20% of his health. He's decided to go back down the gully and see if he can pop up and have a look at those... look for those the tank destroyer, the UDES. That is probably the most dangerous of all the opponents he's up against right now. The Arty are pretty dangerous, but that UDES is very difficult to spot and could easily get a couple of rounds into him, finish him off. And the UDES is spotting for the Arty. Okay, he's going to pop up, see what he can see. Got to be very cautious about this. Well, Arty rounds going in. Now that probably is because they noticed something over there. They probably spotted. There's the UDES. Oh, that was a round from the UDES, but missed. But he doesn't miss, and he finishes off the UDES, and that means that he's now got just 3 Arty to kill. Now he's only got 2 rounds left in the chamber. Oh no! Don't turn over! Oh my god! For a second, I thought he was going to flip. These new rocks are very lethal. Okay, he's safe. He's still got 2 rounds left in the magazine. He could probably pop a magazine of HE. That might help him. Okay, there's a round coming in there, but I don't know if... I think that may have been from the enemy. Oh, there's one of the RT. It's the S51. Okay, he's indicating now for the he's spotting for his team, and the S51 is taken out by the GW Panther again. So that's a second kill for the GW Panther. Okay, now he could really pop that reload, and he has popped it. We still don't know where the other two Arty are. The Lorraine 15551, we think we know where he is, but the GW Panther we don't know. Now, GW Panther's tier 7. The Lorraine 15551 is tier 8. Now, the 15551 is very fast. The GW has got the one with the turret, which means that it's very good at refocusing on a new target and doing snapshots. Okay. Oh, there's the GW! Oh, God. Right into his rear. GW Panther, and the GW Panther is finished off by the return. He's taken out by Benjamin Flankham, GnomeRanger's platoon mate, who is now currently moving towards the South Pass. It appears this VK4502 is AFK. He hasn't moved for some time. He's just been sitting there. And I think the enemy's been very reluctant to push this corner because the VK was there. But his gun's pointed into the wall. But there's no movement from him at all. So you have to assume he's disconnected. Or he's AFK. He's just left the battle. Not much you can say other than that. It's now up to the GW Panther and the M40 to go find the Lorraine and finish them off. Now the Stura Mill's coming into the cap area. He's gone down the west side, and we've still got one Arty back at our cap. And if anything goes wrong, the S51 should be able to fire those rounds in at the enemy. The M40's taken the lead. The GW's hanging back a little. Stura Mill's approaching from the north. Unfortunately, we're not focused exactly on what's happening. We can't watch. The M40's going ahead. Is the Lorraine down there? Yes, he is! He's been spotted. Oh, he was waiting for the M40 to pop over the edge. And he took a shot and shotgunned him. But the Lorraine was taken out immediately afterwards by the Stura Mill, and the VK explodes, which proves that yes, he had disconnected, and that's why he was AFK. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this one. And it's an ace tanker for GnomeRanger of Philo in the T69. He also picked up a spotter badge for getting at least 1,000 hit points of damage spotted by him. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 7. A duelist for taking out 2 enemies that did damage to him during the battle. A fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. And a patrol duty, which means that he allowed his teammates to take out or damage at least 6 enemy vehicles by highlighting them, and being the only one who was highlighting them at the time. So congratulations for those, GnomeRanger. Let's have a look at the team scores, see how well you did. Well, highest on damage, 2,387 hit points. Catherine came just behind him with 2,306. And Benjamin Flankham was a little further down the table with 1,102. But did a very brave thing by going in there against that Lorraine. Unfortunately, it didn't work out so well. But the GnomeRanger managed to get 3 kills, so joint at the top of the table with those. Benjamin Flankham got 2. And unfortunately, Catherine, well, you're down with 0 kills, but you did do a lot of damage, so that compensates. When it came to XP, GnomeRanger was top with 1,282. Catherine came third with 847, and Benjamin Flankham came a little way down the table with 574. So GnomeRanger fired 20 rounds, got 15 direct hits, 12 penetrations, and did damage of 2,387 hit points. He received 9 hits, 5 penetrations, 4 non-penetrations, and of course one of those was a direct hit by the GW Panther, which took him out. He blocked damage of 995 hit points, so just shy of the 1,000 hit points necessary for a steel wall, but of course he didn't survive. He spotted 3 enemy vehicles, he did damage to 5 and killed 3, and he did damage assistance of 2,567 hit points. On a premium account he earned 47,843 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply he still had 30,694 credits. In fact, he used standard ammo throughout the battle, which is much to his credit, because I think a lot of people would have been tempted to switch to the APCR on some occasions. He received 1,923 XP, and that was times 5 weekends, so he picked up a lot more. He got 192 for playing in the platoon right from the start, so his grand total was 9,807 experience points altogether in that battle. That's pretty good in anyone's book. So congratulations there to GnomeRanger and his platoon. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in our next video.